When you look at something like Formula One, it's quite difficult to actually feel really close to it and actually feel part of it and have an emotional connection with an end product. Building a fan base and allowing fans to actually sort of engage with us in various different ways in however they want to is really important. We want to know that any fan, if they have an interest in us, can find a way to develop an emotional connection with us.
I want to take this like 30,000 foot view right now. What is fan engagement? How would you describe it?
Putting fans at the heart of everything that we do. So we know that the majority of our fans will probably never make it to a race. So we want to make sure we can engage digitally with fans at every touch point along the way. So that might be through email, it might be through the website experience, it might be through loyalty. All of those things encompassed is fan engagement, and it's how we can talk to fans and help them feel closer to us as a team.
It's the idea of moving away from things that are purely transactional. You know, I buy a product from you, and so it's an economic relationship, to something that's much more. I'm loyal to you, I have affinity to you, and ultimately, I'm actually part of your brand in many ways. My voice is in your brand, my interest is in your brand. So it moves a lot from transactional to much more of a deeper emotional connection.
The value of it for us is around understanding fans more. We do, however, know that the more engaged a fan is with us, the more likely they are to engage with our partner products. They're more likely to engage with our merchandise. So there is kind of a monetary number associated with that.
Right.
But fandom is very, very personal. You know, the reason that I will love the team will always be totally different from the reason that you love it. And what real fan engagement allows us to do is be able to kind of personalize those journeys. So actually we can cater for each of those different approaches and different types of fandom. I think that is the core difference for me between a customer and a fan.
How are you engaging more fans with Oracle Red Bull Racing?
I think Formula One in general is on a journey of fan engagement, and different teams or Formula One themselves are looking at different ways to engage with their fans. I do think Oracle Red Bull Racing have taken it a step further, and we are offering a fantastic loyalty program that I haven't really seen replicated elsewhere across the grid. The Paddock is our free digital loyalty program. So it's powered by CrowdTwist, which is Oracle Technologies, and to the fan, it is a gamified experience for them on the website. However they want to engage with us, they will earn points, and those points can be redeemed for prizes.
It's not just about what points do you earn and what discounts do you get. It's about how do you help shape the experience for others? How do you participate as an ambassador of the brand? And if that becomes a key part of how customers are cultivated into real emotionally connected fans, then just the power of that company is so much greater. The power of its fan base just amplifies everything it brings to new entrants.
The Make Your Mark contest that is currently running.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit about it?
Sure, I love Make Your Mark. It's a brilliant campaign. It's one of my favorite ones that we've run. We said, hey, look, join the Paddock, have the chance to actually design our cars. And we had tens of thousands of people download the templates and get involved with this competition.
Now, what made you say yes to a decision like that?
Well, I think fans are what this business is all about and what this team is all about. And we've always enjoyed a close relationship with our fans. And what better way of embracing that yet further is to say, okay, we're going to give over the livery of our car for the 3 American Grand Prix, 3 of the biggest races on the Canada.
Now, I'm lucky enough to be here with the designer herself. This is Martina Andriano. She is a graphic design student from Argentina, right down the road.
I felt a lot closer to the team and kind of part of it. And since I want to be part of it one day, is an indescribable feeling and a dream come true.
We knew that prize, it's absolutely something that is a story to tell for the rest of their lives for a winner. And we know that prize is good enough to drive acquisition.
And what role does technology play in all of this?
It's built on technology. So you can't approach it as all sort of hearts and minds without actually understanding that the machine, the guts of what this is churning out, that is a solid technology platform. So it is the Oracle software, it is the Oracle platforms that have enabled us to get closer to fans, to understand more about what they want, and to be able to provide them with more that they want.
We collect data from fan engagement with us across all of our platforms, so whether that's on the website, whether that's through our CRM, whether that's in the Paddock, and we can build a bit of a single customer view from all of those touch points of what, yes, individual fans are doing, but equally on the collective, what are the trends and what are the behaviours that we are starting to see with our fans? Because we know that once we've built an experience, it needs to continually evolve and continually grow. And we will look at all that data as a whole and say, are the majority of our fans engaging with one thing or something else or a different content format? And that helps us to look at our longer term strategy and say, maybe we should deep dive into this or deep dive into that or scale back on something else because it's not where our fans are engaging. From an acquisition perspective, we want to grow. We want to ensure that fans around the world are engaging with us. We know that there's an audience out there, so it's getting them onto our platforms. That acquisition is key, and that's really, really important to us. But the flip side of that is, once we have them, are we offering them a fantastic fan experience? And we'll only know that based on the engagement figures that we have. So it's great to get them in. Do they want to stay?
The key is really learning how to collect and normalize and make actionable this data, and then applying it to every element of the customer experience and really using that to just change the nature of the interaction entirely. It's no more about, I'm showing up to ask you a bunch of questions. I know everything you have volunteered to me already about the brand. Let's have a conversation on how I facilitate your purchase.
Because we have that tech stack across all those different platforms, we can create that single customer view where we know what fans are doing across different platforms, and we know that if fans are engaging with something in the Paddock, we will serve them that through CRM next time it's live and it's new and it's fresh. And ensuring that we have all that data talking to each other helps us give the fan a better experience.
We often say 70 to 80% of the sales process is done before a salesperson ever talks to a customer. And that's because there are so many tools available for educating yourself. How do you tap into that education and assist a buyer with buying as opposed to sell to them? And that's a big mentality change. So we're thinking about that from the technology side in really focusing on knowing your customer. Every attribute, behavioral, demographic, transactional, relationships that we can, all from data they're providing to us and consenting to, but using that to help them have a better experience overall with the brand.
We just want to get closer to our fans, make them feel more part of the team. Through the work that we're doing in Oracle, that's enabling us to reach more of our fans, provide a better experience, understand what they want, and who they are, of course.
Hey, did you like what you learned? Make sure to check out this video or this link, and of course, subscribe now.